Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for July 23rd, 2008. We're taking a look at the US-Japanese pair. This particular pair shot up today, broke out of its resistance. I believe this pair is moving higher and has a bias to the upside. I'm looking for prices to be between 108.29 and 106.83 within this next session. Now I am looking for some resistance to come into the market at this point, and if it could bounce off that. If it goes through that, then I'm looking for some resistance to come into the market at the 108.50 area. And let me clean this up a little bit. If we get through some of these levels, if we break through here in the next session or two, look for the 108.50 level. If it gets broken, then the next level we need to take a look at is 109.27. And if it breaks through that, then we pretty much have a wide open gate until 110 area, 110.10 at this point. So look for the break of these levels in the next couple of days. If we break up through them, look for the next one. I do believe this pair is going higher in the next couple of sessions. Now switching over and taking a look at the Euro USD. This particular pair dropped today, and it dropped down back to prior support for the most part. I'm looking for this session to be between 158.36 and 156.31. That's at this point and this point. I'm looking for resistance to come into the market at about this point, and that's around the 1.5825 area. And as far as support coming into the market, looking for support to come into the market a little bit lower than this point at the 1.5608 level. So those are some levels to keep an eye on. And I believe this pair is going to continue lower. If we get a break below this 156.08 level, it could drop down and look for this area around the 155.10. Now that's going to take several sessions, but that's kind of an idea if we don't get a pullback of what could happen in the next few sessions. Now taking a look at the pound. The pound created an inside bar today. It did move higher and close up for the session, but we were inside of yesterday's range, so be looking for a breakout to occur. I'm looking for the range in this session to be between 2.0068 and 198.58. I believe that that this is pretty much where our resistance is going to be for the market. And as far as on the downside where we should see some support come into the market, I believe that's going to come into the market a little bit higher at 199.00 level. So taking a look at the Swiss. The Swiss moved higher today, as I had projected. It broke out of current or previous resistance to the upside. Looking for this next session to be between 104.35 and 10254. Now if we get a break above the 1.0400 level, which is right about here, if we can break through that, then look for the 1.0451 area. And after that, if we get a break above that, we could go as high as the 1.0520 level. So just keep an eye on this pair. I believe this pair has the potential to go higher, but we could see some resistance come into the market at some of these points. And if we do, we could expect some pullbacks to occur. Now on the downside, if we if we do run into some support, if the market pulls back over over this next session, we look for some support at around the 1.0345 level. So taking a look at what occurred during this session, as far as news, the oil closed today at 124.44, which is dropping by almost $5, not quite. This helped boost the dollar. And we had some Fed speak today that helped the U.S. dollar as well. That looks like they are wanting to raise rates. Now, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand lowered their rate by 25%. This was unexpected, and if you take a look at what happened with the New Zealand dollar U.S. pair, it gapped down about 40 pips on the open of this new session, which is really rare to have that big of a jump. But the announcement was right at 5, right at the session break, and so that's what happened there. Now the pound, looking ahead, pound has their retail sales for June being released tomorrow at 4:30 a.m. That's Eastern time. You may want to keep an eye on that. And the Japanese have their CPI report for June being released at 7:30 p.m. And the consensus is that the CPI has increased by 0.6% year to date. So that could be more negative news for the Japanese, for the yen. So until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.